Nothing, just enjoying the sun of Central Florida, Southern Florida.
Well, I guess the Winklevoss twins just got off of the conference. Were you able to catch any of that?
Yeah, I was listening to them. They sounded great. They're out there pushing Bitcoin as basically gold 2.0 was their little line there.
Oh, wow. I hope this hasn't degenerated into a total Bitcoin conference. Hopefully we got a little bit of volatility stuff in there.
Yeah, no, absolutely. The yesterday's sessions were all perfect for VIX nerds like me.
Nice. Is there any sort of acknowledgement by those guys that, February 5th happened and that there's kind of a little bit of a black eye on some of these firms like Credit Suisse and other ones? I saw there's a Credit Suisse lady there.
Yeah, so I was at that one yesterday. Every session I've attended has mentioned February 5th, and nobody has shied away from that at all. I think the basic tone here is, that happened. Volatility, was quiet, and then it jumped up. All the products, the instruments, sort of acted, as expected, and they are trying to balance the February 5th XIV issue with, all of the folks on the other side of that trade that had, protected their portfolios on that day. So, they're just trying to put it in the broadest context of VIX futures, have continued to serve investors well. And that, there's a lot of misconceptions around how some of these products work, but.
Nice. Well, so how is it structured? So you're going back tomorrow. Was it just 3 days, like yesterday, today, and tomorrow, basically?
Right. Yeah. So yesterday was it started about lunchtime and then ran through the afternoon and early evening, and they do some great panels on my favorite one yesterday was the using VIX indicators, so the other VIX indicators like VVIX and SKEW index to actually trade and position in volatility products, so VIX options or even ETFs. And that was actually done by it was a CBOE person and then actually a Credit Suisse strategist as well.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, that was really cool. And then, so yeah, it's a great atmosphere. It's laid back, but there's a lot of good content for VIX nerds. And then CBOE does a great job. They had a nice dinner outside on the lawn yesterday, and it's a great way to network and meet people. I've met a couple people that I've only ever talked with on Twitter, so it's nice to see them face to face and talk VIX.
Yeah, that's awesome. I know you have such a big footprint on Twitter, and I'm sure all these people are really excited to meet you in person after all the great graphs you put up.
I get overshadowed by the Winklevoss twins, but it's okay.
Well, it's sort of hard not to with the Bitcoin hysteria. So, is SIBO? Do you know have the futures been has there been a lot of volume there, or has it sort of declined with the down move in Bitcoin lately? I know it's sort of stabilized at 10,000. I know you're not a Bitcoin expert, but
right, yeah. So they were obviously upbeat on how the volume has progressed. They were comparing it to the early days of VIX futures, and so it's actually gone in terms of volume and contracts traded, open interest, and all that. It's actually ahead of the growth of VIX futures in the early days. And the twins were of the opinion that 2018 is going to be the year when you start to see some big institutions come into the futures, and they said it's going to look totally different. They didn't obviously seem too bothered by Bitcoin, coming way off the highs like it has. They kept hammering on they look at Bitcoin, and they would hope that other investors would look at Bitcoin as more of a store of value rather than something that is going to supplant the dollar or any other currency. They said that, Bitcoin is gold 2.0. Again, they kept using that framework, and then there are other cryptocurrencies that might try to vie for being, taking over the payment system, but they're not interested in that angle.
Well, I mean, if Bitcoin can do anything what the VIX has done for SIBO, I know the VIX has been a huge success for them, and it's sort of I don't know, sort of save the floor in a sense. It seems. I mean, where the OEX pit used to be is all VIX now, and it's been a huge thing for them. So, I always root for the CBOE, having worked there for a long time before.
Yeah, they're a great group of people, and they've got good ideas, and they're good operators. So yeah, we all root for them.
Yeah. So what other sort of VIX related presentations did you get to check out? I saw someone was there from Susquehanna. I didn't really see all the guys, but what I've been doing is like writing down all those guys' names for possible interview candidates from the list.
Right. Well, so yeah, yesterday the main one was the VVIX one I mentioned, and then there was another one afterwards on VIX ETPs. I'm pulling up the agenda right now to see some of the names for you, but those are my two main ones, since I obviously focus on the ETFs, the VIX ETFs, and so I wanted to hear kind of people's reactions to, and like to your point, to see how they address the February 5th kind of issue. So let's see. Looking at the agenda here.
Yeah, let me look along with you. Any golf plans for you?
No, I have to get back. I have to get back tomorrow. So the Friday afternoon is always the golf thing. So I think it sounds like tons of people are going to do it though, and the course looks great here. The weather's getting nicer today, so I'm bummed to miss it. But
now, did your brother come with you, or were you the only one?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, no, he comes with, and yeah, so we're the like I said, we're the second fiddle to the Winklevoss twins, but yeah, the VIX ETF one, I'm just jumping on now. The VIX ETF one yesterday, Rocky Fishman is the new derivative strategist at Goldman.
Okay.
So he's good. I like all of his stuff. Nice. He was one of the presenters for that one.
Nice. Is Russell Rhodes doing any sort of presentation? Have you seen him down there?
I haven't seen him do any presentations. We talked to him a little bit last night, just before dinner.
Cool.
But yeah, I don't think he's doing any presentations actually.
Cool. Well, it sounds really exciting. I really wish I could have come down there. I have to save it for next year. I know there's one. Are you planning on going to the Asian or the European one?
I would love to. We'll see if it's in the budget or not. But yeah, it's my favorite conference by far. It's really, I don't go to too many conferences, but this is one I always try to make room for every year.
Nice. How many people are there, would you say?
I would say probably a couple hundred at most. So it's pretty intimate.
Wow. That sounds awesome. Well, look, I really appreciate you giving me a call on such short notice. I know that everybody's interested in this, and thanks for a great update on what's going on down there. Safe travels back tomorrow, and I guess I will see you on Twitter real soon.
Thanks a lot. I'll try to get some info out on Twitter after I get back and kind of collect my thoughts.
All right. Thanks a lot, Matt.
Thank you.
Talk to you soon.
Okay. Bye.
Bye-bye.